The market rockets higher. Were we ready for it? This is Invest with Jacob. Okay, guys, so in yesterday's video, we were looking for the market to potentially make another low on the ES as it had not made a low as the NQ had, and then rocket higher in a path to new all-time highs. The market decided not to make that low, but did rocket higher. Now the question is, were we ready for it? I'll get into that in just 1 second, but first, if you're new here, welcome to the show, guys. My name is Jacob Gabbard, and this is Invest with Jacob, where we use Elliott Wave Theory to break down the SP500 and the NASDAQ. Highly encourage you to hit that subscribe button down below so that you can get our daily S&P updates, our trade setups, and our buy alerts. All right, guys, before we jump into the charts, we had another winning month in the room. You can see here on our day trading chart that we were positive $130 on our day trades. I happen to trade 25 contracts, so that's how I get those totals. You can obviously move that to however many contracts you trade. And if you're not doing this well, you should check out our room as we do give a free trial. Also, PT absolutely killed it again. 87 ES points this month, absolutely crushing it for literally watching paint dry, watching time go by. It is a really awesome income trading system that he has. You should check that out. And to answer the question, were we ready for the move up today? We were. We were long actually from the 25th down by the lows, and we have been long waiting for this rally back up towards all-time highs. So we're all over this. If you want to be part of this winning team, stay tuned for later in the video. But for now, let's jump into the chart and take a look. Okay, guys, so here we are on the 1-hour futures chart for the S&P 500, and we were looking for them to come down and actually make another low here. Price action was a little bit ugly, but they failed to do so and rocketed higher, and that's okay. You know, this fifth wave can count as 5, but given the structure here, I was looking for another low before higher, and we did get it on the NQ, just not on the ES. So off of the lows, what we're looking at here is you're looking at an A, B, C for an A of A, an A, B, C for a B, and then this C wave up here, which we're looking for to extend up to about 5630 would be ideal. Anything over 5600 is great. They could stop here, but that means the C wave would have to be very extended. So I would prefer they get towards 5630 first, which is this failure point here. There's also heavy resistance in that zone. So we would look for that A wave to conclude around that 5630 area, and that would give us a much better setup to take us to all-time highs on this bounce. Now, if they blow directly through 5630, it is possible they could squeeze their way straight up to all-time highs in a much more extended C wave, but I don't see that being likely as of right now. So 5630 is our first key level to watch. As long as they hold that and push back down, we would expect that to be an A, B, and then we look for the C wave up toward 5830 to give us our all-time high, and a fifth wave up, and the conclusion of what looks like a large ending diagonal off the April lows. So that would be our primary path for now, 5630 being the key level to break through to really signify that we're on our way to all-time highs. Can the bears still make that low? The answer is yes. It would be part of a larger ABC, and again, this would be the A wave down and then A, B, C for a bigger B wave. I would still prefer they push this up a little higher. Then we'd look for C down toward this blue box in the 5380 area. That would be a setup for a wave 4 as an ending diagonal. So this 4 would just move down. And then we'd still be looking for all-time highs after that with one more push higher. So the bears do have a path. With the break over 5533, it becomes less likely. With a break over 5630, I think it becomes pretty unlikely and very much more likely that we're headed to all-time highs. So there's your key levels for now, 5630 to the upside. For the bears, they're going to want to break the 764 of wherever we top on this move up. So if it's at its current high right now, they're going to want to get through 5470 to the downside. If they go up to 5630, then you're looking at about 5480 to get through. So those would be your levels, just depending on how high they take this. It's the 764 you want to see them break, and that kind of gives you an idea we're going to come down and at least test and more often than not break these lows. And you'd also want to see it in a 5-wave structure because this would be an A leg down here off the highs and a B leg up. So you'd want to see a C wave and 5 waves down into this blue box. So you'd want to see a C leg and 5 waves down, and you'd also want to see it break through about 5470 to 80, just depending on where they top this structure at. Over on the NASDAQ. Okay, so on the NASDAQ, it is possible that we have topped. We've been talking about that potential. It certainly is not a slam dunk or anything I'm saying has happened. I still need to see more. But given the move down and the depth of the move down, It does give them the potential to have topped, but we still want to see them make a lower high and then break through this low to really cement that this 18.5 area is huge support. And then if they can break that, then we would look for them to break through the April lows, which would give us a very strong indication a top is in, and we'd be looking lower from there. So the NASDAQ's kind of similar to the ES in the fact that we think we've bottomed or are very close to bottoming, maybe one more spike low. But I think if ES comes down and makes a low, NASDAQ will not, would be my guess on that. But overall, we'd be looking for NASDAQ to have an ABC bounce as well. If they're going to go for all-time highs, they really need to extend this up to about the 19.9 to 20,002 area, and then get a B wave and then a C wave up from there to the 21,593 area would be our target on the NASDAQ, up to the 21,871 area. So those fibs over here, 21,593 to 21,871 would be our targets. Again, if they're going to do that, you'd really want to see them extend this move up here, at least into this 20,200 area or so, and then pull back and then really extend higher from there. Otherwise, we'd be looking at a potential for two things. One, an ABC of A. So they make like an A wave like that, and then a bigger B and a bigger C to take us to all-time highs. Or two, that the NASDAQ has in fact topped. In both bullish and bearish cases, I would look for kind of an ABC here. And if the ABC can hold under this 20,125 area and start to push back down, we would look for that to make a lower low. And if that's going to make a lower low and break down through here, that would be a warning to the bulls, because they're very likely going to break this 18.5 level. And if they break the 18.5 level, then they should be going down to test the April lows, and that will be a major test for both the bulls and the bears, as a break of that area would be a major warning to the bulls. So we'll have to see exactly how NASDAQ extends up here, if it's going to be into the 20,125 area and fail, or if they are going to blow through that area and try to get back to all-time highs up to the 21,593 to 21,871 area. So NASDAQ slightly different. It does have the potential for the top to be in based on the support it has already broken, but it does need to break more support to kind of confirm that theory. Guys, if you like the information I put out in these videos and you want real-time market updates from me, you need to check out investwithjacob.com. There's a link down in the description. Go ahead and click that link. It'll take you right over to the webpage. Once you're there, check out our membership plans area. We have 2 incredible monthly plans, and they both come with a 7-day free trial. It's because I want you to get in there, make sure you love it, see the trades, interact with PT and I, interact with the room. Make sure this is for you. Make sure it's what I'm saying it is before you ever spend a penny. You can cancel at any time. You literally have nothing to lose by just checking it out. We also have our educational material, our Elliott Wave 4 Beginners course, as well as our Advanced Elliott Wave course. These courses are helping people make sense of this crazy market. In our advanced course, we're going over the more advanced concepts such as double and triple threes, flats, diagonals, advanced fib levels, everything you need to know to track really complex patterns so that you can understand how to trade them, what their targets are, all that kind of stuff. As you can see on the screen, it is really helping our traders understand these moments. However, I do understand that this is an advanced course, so if you're just getting started with Elliott Wave and this is too much for you, we also have our Elliott Wave 4 Beginners online course. This course is helping real traders make real money and finally understand the market in a way that makes sense. It can be so confusing when good news makes the market go down and bad news makes the market go up. This is because Elliott knew that news cycles were garbage long ago. He knew that key levels mattered and what happened when those key levels broke and what happened when those key levels held, and this gives you a huge trading advantage over the rest of the market. This course here is 25 videos where we go through 3 different parts. We go through your introduction, where we go through your mindset and emotion, your expectations, the KISS method, and why Elliott Wave works. We go through your chart setup and tools, where we go through every tool you need to use with Elliott Wave, how we use it and why we use it, as well as the Elliott Wave 4 Beginners area, where we go through each of the waves, measure them, show you how to find the key levels, show you how to know if they're failing or succeeding, understanding the impulsive and corrective waves, as well as the theory of alternation, corrective depth theory, pivot, everything you need to know to make sense of this irrational market. Now, the cool thing about both of these courses, if you want them at a discount, we do have our bundle package where you can buy both courses together for a $37 discount. And if you don't want to pay anything at all, you can simply join one of our monthly rooms, as both courses are included in our monthly subscriptions. In our first room, the Invest with Jacob room, you get all of my real-time market updates, all of my buy and sell alerts, all of your Elliott Wave questions answered, a midday video where I go through several charts, answer questions about bigger picture stuff, go through several different companies and charts and earnings, all their different looks, go through our internals, everything that we use to trade. We go through all of that so that you understand where we're at in the counts, what we're expecting, and overall the whole picture. We also include the training material I just went through. We trade the SPY and the QQQ, and we swing in day trade, so we do trade quite often in my room. Now, if you're looking to crush the market in futures or income trading or advanced trading or individual stocks, you need to check out PT's Throne Room. In there, you get everything you get in the Invest with Jacob room, as well as individual stocks. His income trading, guys, I just showed you, made 87 points for watching time go by. It's absolutely crazy. It's so cool, and he's crushing it. His individual stocks, as well as his reduced risk binary method, you get you in at a cheap price and get you big multiples on your money, and it's how he structures those trades that's so unique. He also started a challenge account where he put $4,000 into an account, trading mini ES futures, showing you how to build a small account into a large retirement or savings account. Guys, we would love to have you in these rooms so we can all make money together. All right, our key takeaways for today. 5630 is our key level on the ES. 5600 is your first resistance, 5605 area, and then 5630, very key level, very key resistance. Through that, very likely we're on our way to all-time highs. And not directly, we should still get a pullback. So when I say through 5630, I still mean we should pull back and then go to all-time highs. To the downside, they need to break through 5480 to give us a look, 5470 to 80, just depending on where this tops really. They would need to break through that area to give us an indication that they want to come test this low and potentially come back down to this blue box where the 21 weekly moving average is. So we could definitely see them go for that if they break those levels. Over on the NASDAQ, your key levels to the upside are the 20,125 area. Above that, they still need to get through 20,451, but it becomes more likely that they're going to head to all-time highs if they break through 20,125. And then to the downside, they still need a B and a C. So to break back down under this 19,101 level would be an indication they may want to come down and test these lows and try to get into this 18,500 area and test that support. Guys, that is your market update for today. I will talk to you tomorrow.